First of all, can I just say, from the club's perspective, I'm delighted that Tom has been appointed as our club captain. He is a product of Taunton School, was educated locally, came through, was the Young Wisdom Cricketer of the Year in 2013, where he scored over 1,000 runs at an average of 193. Is that right? I
think so, yeah.
Is that 193?
It's a lucky year, yeah.
Yeah, came into our second 11 in 2013 and then made his first class debut in 2014, scoring 95, and since then has gone on to become a regular batsman in our starting lineup, and had a phenomenal season and some really strong performances moving forward. So we're really delighted that Tom is going to captain our 4-day side, and I'm sure that he will have the whole support of our membership and certainly the club moving forward. So many congratulations to you. Matt, over to you.
Thanks, Chief. Yeah, just delighted that Tom has accepted the invitation to captain this great club, and people may look at his age and experience, I suppose, but it doesn't matter if you have the right credentials. You're at any age, and I think someone like Graham Smith has shown that. I think that the biggest testimony to Tom's appointment and the biggest rubber stamp, I guess, from his fellow professionals at the club and the senior player group, how they've actually responded to Tom's appointment has been absolutely fantastic. And I think true testimony that we have made exactly the right choice. We've got a man who's an incredibly capable player. He doesn't know how good a player he can be, I don't think. And it's something obviously that we'll keep on working on his game, on his batsmanship, but from a captaincy perspective, he's just got all those natural attributes that you look for. He's a natural leader of men, and as I say, he's got the full support, and I'm delighted, as I say, that he's accepted. And to continue with our white ball captain is Jim Allenby, who again a bit more experience and has led the side exceptionally well in the white ball format in the last year and in the Royal London One Cup the year before that as well. So delighted that we're all sorted, and hopefully this will be a long-term appointment if he's not taken away for England duty in the not too distant future.
Matt, thank you. Tom.
Cheers, thank you.
There you go.
Thanks very much, very kind. Yeah, obviously a very proud day for me. To be asked to captain Somerset is a huge privilege. It was a dream of mine to play for the club, and now to be captain is very special. Hugely exciting time, I think, for the club. Got some phenomenal players, both experienced and youth in the squad, so hugely excited about what's to come. And yeah, as Matt said, sort of to have the support and the backing of everyone at the club, and in particular the players and the staff, yeah, it's been incredible, really. So yeah, just thoroughly looking forward to 2017, and hopefully we can have another great year like last year.
Well done. Thank you. So, questions?
Tom, you're filling some really big shoes at a great club. What can you bring to Somerset?
I mean, obviously I'm aware, I just sort of see in the dining room the previous captains of the club, so to be following their footsteps, I'm under no illusions. It's a big role, and hopefully one that I'll fulfil. I hope to lead by example, sort of through my attitude and the way I sort of perform on the pitch. And yeah, obviously having the experience of senior players like Trez and Hildy and Trees and those types of characters, I think will be a big help for me. I'm sure I'll take a lot from those guys. But yeah, I hope to sort of bring that real excitement around the place, and just want to carry on sort of what we've been creating the last couple of years, which I think has been absolutely awesome. So yeah, I don't intend to sort of change anything major. But yeah, I hope to lead by example for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think one of the big things on that was at the start of last season, I asked the the younger players, if you like, who have. We're very fortunate. We've got a great group of young players who are, they show a lot of the real attributes that go into winning teams, and I want them to help lead the culture last year. And they did, and they took it on board. They took the responsibility of that on board, and it took me a little bit by surprise, if I'm honest, how well and how they accepted that responsibility and how they took it on. So that's obviously Tom, Jack Leach, the two Overton boys, Lewis Gregory, and they were phenomenal and really helped drive that culture, that never say die attitude.
That's down to you as well.
Well, no, these guys perform on the pitch. I'm just trying to help support them as much as possible, and but they took that on board, and they showed the values of the club wholeheartely throughout the season, and it was quite clear really after that, and after consideration at the end of the season, that the leader came from that group.
I think from the club's perspective, of course, we've had overseas captains who have been very successful, Justin Langer, Chris Rogers, but I think Matt alluded to what's going on at the club at the minute. We think we're in a really good place. We had a very strong season in four-day cricket last year, and there is a palpable sense of a very strong club ethos and belief in our side at the moment. Tom epitomises that. We've talked about Somerset being in transition for a few years, and I think whilst we've got some incredible senior players who will continue to contribute, we've got a core of players coming through who are going to be the future of the club, and Tom is going to lead that process and lead that side moving forward into the future. So, any other questions anyone would like to ask?
Naturally, Jack Leach has been in the headlines. What can you tell us about his character and how he'll help you as captain going forward?
Just firstly, I would say that there's no one that works harder and no one with a better attitude than Leachy. Obviously, he showed what he can do last year and has done throughout his career. Sort of every opportunity he's taken with both hands, and I think it's a very minor setback for Leachy, and I've got absolutely no doubt that he'll come back a better bowler. That's the type of character he is. So it's slightly disappointing for him. I think it's obviously a little bit of an issue being created. But yeah, I've got no doubt that Leachy will be back better in 2017.
He's a real character, Jack Leach, isn't he? Has it sort of dampened his sort of normal ebullient character?
I wouldn't say it's dampened his character. I think he was a little bit surprised when it all came out yesterday. But he's been in this morning sort of working at it, and he's more committed than ever to come back better next year. So he's the life and soul of the dressing room at times. Leachy, an absolutely fantastic character to have around the place. I think you can tell that by how popular he is around the ground. So no, I've got every confidence in Leachy. He's a fantastic character.
I think the biggest testimony really on Leachy was it was a minor setback that was picked up. He worked 3 weeks very, very hard to correct it, which he did, performed on the Lions, and of course has been reselected for the Lions. So as far as the ECB's concerned, he's clean. As far as we're concerned, he's clean, and hopefully this is the end of the matter.
Do you think it was the right decision to not pick him for those reasons?
Personally, no, I don't. No, I think I can't fault how they picked the selection at the start of the winter, thinking of an Ansari or a Batty would be a third spinner behind Moeen Ali and Adil Rashid. So there's there's certainly logic behind that selection. But when they went two down, and Ansari obviously injured, I was very surprised that Jack wasn't then called up. Having played for the Lions, absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. There's never been any issues about his action at all, and it was quite. I felt very disappointed that it broke after England went for 700.
The timing was strange.
I just, I think that I would prefer if they put their hand up and said, look, we've made a mistake on selection here, potentially we should have gone for the leading wicket taker in the country last year, English spinner, and we didn't quite get our selection right, and admit they'd made a mistake, as opposed to pointing the finger at a young spinner.